I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case. Me, I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor. And me being a living person. My name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name. So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
Wow, those sovereign citizen cases can be really bizarre to watch. It's like they're operating in a completely different legal universe. What exactly did this person try to argue? Did he refuse to give his name or something like that?
Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Okay, and I need you unmuted at the jail. There we go. Can I have your name, please?
For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. How we doing today, Miss Braley?
We are upright, if nothing else. So, okay. And you said your name is Thomas Styron.
The second.
The second.
And then I'm the natural person, the living man.
Okay, thank you for your patience there. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle. So,
Okay.
Recalling case number 19S00472, that is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Ulrich Styron, the second, you said, and also calling 24W001025, that is the township of Ypsilanti, also versus Thomas Ulrich Styron. So state your name for the record.
So, for the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case is not me. I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor. Okay. And me being a living person. My name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name nor.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right there.
It sounds like a scene from a comedy. You often hear about people trying to use legal jargon without understanding it, often with pretty cringeworthy results. It's not surprising the judge wasn't buying it. Legal arguments have real standards. Was there a particular moment that stood out to you as the most absurd? Also, what was the context of the case?
I
Okay.
don't have no contracts with the state of Michigan at all, period. And so I was wondering about personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction in regards to this.
Okay. And you can continue to wonder about those at the moment. What I am doing, you have a show cause hearing on the matter ending in 472, which is the retail fraud charge. I'm showing a balance of $210 on that. And then what you're being arraigned on, that is what I am here to explain the charge against you, is a citation issued on April 2nd, 2024 at 9:24 in the evening. That charges that you operated a motor vehicle on North Ford Boulevard at or near Russell Street with no license on your person. Do you comprehend the charge against you?
I do not. I don't even own a license. I canceled my license years ago.
Okay. So, what you are being charged with is operating a motor vehicle without having a license on your person. So, I'm not asking you if you agree with this. I'm not asking if you have a license. I'm asking if you understand the words coming out of my mouth as far as what this charge is.
The charge is accused me of not having a driver's license on my person, correct?
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, I need a driver's license if I'm in commerce. I was traveling home.
Okay.
I wasn't doing business at all. And also from my understanding, I don't need a license to do that.
And Your overstanding is incorrect, sir, but we are not going to get into that.
It sounds like you're describing a classic case of someone trying to use legalistic-sounding arguments that don't hold water in actual court. The distinction between driving and traveling is often brought up in these contexts, but legally, operating a motor vehicle on a public road requires a license, regardless of the terminology used. So, to your question, I'd say it leans more towards being misinformed and misguided by flawed legal theories, rather than just clueless. There's often a whole belief system behind that, even if it's not legally sound. Was there any other part of the interaction that stood out to you?
For now, you are saying that you have understood the words as far as not having a license on your person. It is a misdemeanor charge with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
So
At this time, the court is going to set a pre-trial date for you. That will be before Judge Washington.
ma'am, can we prove the jurisdiction first before we go ahead with setting a trial for that entity or a pre-trial for that entity?
I hear you. And at this point, you are appearing in front of the court. You have put your name on the record. And yes, we are setting a pre-trial date for you.
I did put my name on the record, and my name that I put on the record is not the same name that you have attached to that case.
And you can provide documentation of such at your pre-trial date, which is going to be June 26th.
So the documentation that I have published, recorded the documentation I have published and recorded on the record, on the state of Michigan record, that says what I just told you, that I'm not who you have, that I'm not the name you have attached to that case, that's, I need to bring that with me, is what you're saying? It being already recorded and on the state of Michigan records.
So whatever documentation you have, bring it with you to your pre-trial date. That is what I am telling you, yes. So, and again, that court date, June 26th? Okay. Will be June 26th at 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. The court will enter that you are standing mute to all charges at this time.
So we're just assuming jurisdiction, though, correct?
Yes.
How? From my understanding, that has to be proved before we even proceed with anything else. Am I wrong?
You are not correct. The court will also set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. Basically, you are promising to show up for that June 24th court date at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington, where you will have your pretrial. Okay? So at this point, your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
So I need to be there under threat, duress, coercion of going to jail?
It sounds like that judge really had command of the courtroom, balancing letting someone speak with maintaining order effectively. That kind of presence is definitely crucial. And you make a great point about Zoom court. It definitely changes the dynamics, sometimes making it harder to convey the gravity of the situation or keep things structured. The setting does matter. It sounds like this was from a breakdown of a specific case. Is there anything more you wanted to discuss about it, or perhaps a different topic you're thinking about?